Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to online classes. In the last session we have completed Schrodinger wave equation, and the next topic we have discussed is Schrodinger wave equation, psi, orbit, orbital, and these are the topics we have completed. Quantum numbers we have completed. In this session I am going to discuss node, nodal plane, angular nodes, shapes of orbitals, next one energy of orbitals, and how to fill electrons in different orbitals by different rules we discussed today. So now in this session, first one is orbit and node. Orbit definition already given, where the probability of finding an electron is maximum in 3D space around the nucleus called orbit. Definition you have taken. Node means orbit means orbital, orbital means psi square value will be maximum, that is greater than 95%. The probability of finding an electron is maximum, that is greater than 95% around the 3D space of nucleus called orbital. Next one is node. Node means psi square is minimum, that is equal to 0. It means where the probability of finding an electron is 0 around 3D space of nucleus called node it is. So now we have to draw three graphs between the radial probability distribution versus radius, psi versus radius, psi square versus radius. There are three possibilities: psi versus radius, second psi square versus radius, third 4 pi r square psi square versus psi square versus r. So these are the graphs required. Before going to draw these graphs, we should know what is radial distribution function, radial probability distribution function. Radial distribution function means where the probability of finding an electron, otherwise the probability of finding an electron at a distance r around the nucleus is called which one? Radial probability, radial distribution function. Radial distribution function. Distribution function. It can be defined as the probability of finding an electron at a distance r around nucleus called which one? Radial distribution function. It is indicated as 4 pi square, indicated as r square psi square. This is. Next one, radial probability distribution function. It is indicated as small d. It means the probability of finding an electron in a small radial volume around the nucleus at a distance r around the nucleus called which one? Radial probability of distribution function. Now the probability of finding an electron in a small radial volume, it means a spherical volume, radial volume. It is a small volume, that's why considered as dV. At a distance r around the nucleus called radial probability distribution function. This is the nucleus. Around the nucleus at a distance r, there is a probability of finding an electron. It means there is a presence of electron. So that is indicated by 4 pi square psi square r square into dr it is. This is indicated as capital D. Bits are possible for this radial probability. Now first one, graphs between which one and which one we take. 4 pi square psi square, next r square versus r it is, radius, it means size. If they drawn graphs between these two terms, it means it is radial distribution function versus a distance r, that is, so for 1s this is 4 pi square r square psi square, this is r, this is for 1s orbital. Next it is for 2s orbital, it is 4 pi square r square psi square by r it is. Next another one is, this is 3s orbital, 1s, 2s, 3s orbitals. This is a nucleus. From nucleus to certain distance r, then the probability is maximum, that is orbital. If you take this at this maximum, but at this point it becomes again 0. 0 means that is indicated as a node. Here only one node for 2s. Here it is 0, it is maximum orbital. But at these 2 points, the probability of finding an electron, it means radial, which one, distribution function 4 pi square psi square r square versus radius. It means 2 nodes, 2 areas, the maximum electron density, the electron density will be 0. In one area only electron density, no area electron density 0. Clear? That is node 1 here, 0 here, nodes 2 here. So this is one kind of graph. Another one is right. The next one is the graph between psi versus r. Psi means wave function, indicates amplitude of that wave. R means radius of that particular atom. In such case, how do you draw the graph? First graph, psi versus r it is. This is for 1s. Second graph, psi versus r. This is for 2s. Third one is psi versus r. This is for 3s. You just observe, this is a positive, this is positive and negative. Positive, negative, positive. I told you that psi value may be positive or negative. To make it always positive, psi must be squaring. That's why psi square is considered. Psi square is nothing but atomic orbital. Now, here no area got 0, maximum probability. This area got 0 probability, that's why node. These 2 points got 0 probability, that's why node. Next graph, psi square versus r. Psi square means orbitalities. It is for 1s, 2s, 3s. Now the graphs drawn are psi square versus r. The first graph is for 1s, that is as it is graph, it is 1s. Next, another one, psi square versus r. This is 2s, right? At this area there is no electron density, that's why it is 0. Another one is 3s psi square versus r. Yes, so this is 0. So here the probability of finding an electron will be 0. This is psi square orbital, maximum probability of finding an electron. It becomes 0 at these 2 points, right? These are the graphs for nodes and distribution function. Next one, psi versus r, psi square versus r. Next one, 4 pi square r square psi square versus r. These are the possible graphs. Now, the important one is node completed. Node it is. Psi square will be 0. It means the probability of finding an electron becomes 0 in a particular area, that is called node. Nodal plane, that is nodal plane, also called angular nodes. Angular nodes, very very important. Nodal plane means the plane where the probability of finding an electron is 0. The plane where the probability of finding an electron is 0. It means it is a plane. Plane means it is a non-spherical. It is non-spherical. So number of nodal planes, formula will be number of nodal planes or angular nodes, formula will be L value is equal to L value. L means 0, 1, 2, 3, S, P, D, F. Remember, that is next. Spherical nodes or radial nodes. It means around the nucleus, where the probability of finding an electron is 0 in a radial volume or a spherical surface. The spherical surface where the probability of finding an electron is 0 around the nucleus called spherical node, or which one? Radial node. So the spherical surface where the probability of finding an electron is 0, called spherical node or radial node. Radial node or spherical node, formula will be n minus L minus 1. It is. Now, the number of nodes, total nodes equal to radial nodes plus nodal planes. Radial nodes are formula n minus L minus 1 plus nodal planes or angular nodes, formula will be L, that is minus L and plus L will be cancelled, then you get n minus 1. Total nodes equal to n minus 1. Radial nodes equal to n minus L minus 1. Next, nodal planes or angular nodes are equal to L value. Just remember, simple problems are there on these 3 formulas. Next, after this, shapes of atomic orbitals. Shapes of atomic orbitals. Right. Shapes of atomic orbitals. First, we will take S orbital. S orbital. Now, when n equal to 1, L equal to 0. N equal to 1 means that is 1, L 0 means 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is S, P, D, F. These are L values. Clear? Just remember this step. L0 means that is S, L1 means P, L2 means D, L3 means that is F. N equal to this one as it is, simply. Then 0 is also one possible orientation, only one orientation. Only one possible orientation. The shape is spherical, symmetrical shape. Spherical shape and symmetrical in x direction, y direction, z direction, all cases symmetrical. Now it is spherical. This is the probability of finding an electron. So there is x, y, z axis. So in all these axis point of view, it is which one? Spherical. Next one, non-directional it is, because it is symmetrical, that's why non-directional in nature. As n value increases, energy also increases. Already energy formula we calculated. So n value gradually increases, lower value, higher value, high negative, and last one is 0. So that's why 1s less than, 2s less than, 3s less than, 4s. It means n value increases, energy increases. N value decreases, energy decreases. Right? And nodes we will discuss. In 1s, nodes are n minus 1. N value will be 1 minus 1, 0. This is the diagram. No node here. In 2s, nodes formula will be n minus 1, that is 2 minus 1. N value is 2. The number represents before the S, P, D, F, that indicates n. So 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. One node it is. So this is first. You just observe this space. This is node. So the one node represented like this. Next, 3s. So this is first. Yes, first node, and it is 1, 2, 2 nodes. 3 means 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2 nodes. Number of nodes are equal to n minus 1 students. Then 1s, 2s, 3s, 0, 1, 2 nodes. Very, very good. Next one, p orbitals. Now, p orbitals. P orbital. When n is equal to 2, L is equal to 1, if m value will be minus 1, 0, plus 1, correct? Totally 3 possible orientations. 3 possible orientations. Those are px, py, pz. Right? So in x orbital, electron density along x-axis. It is along y-axis. It is along z-axis. Electron density in px orbital along x-axis. In y orbital along y. Z orbital along z. So if you consider this, this is x, y, z, and this is y, x, z, y, and next one is z orbitals. This is z, x, y, z. So along the x-axis px, along y-axis py, along z-axis pz orbital. On the axis only possible electron density. So nothing but electron density in a dumbbell shape. Shape is dumbbell shape. dumbbell shapes. Direction, because they will be located along the x-axis. Now, nodes are, nodes means it is 2p. L value 1 means p, this becomes 2. So 2p this. N minus 1 means 2 minus 1, that becomes 1 node possible here. How many nodes possible here? 1 node. So the node means no electron density on xy node here. Nodal planes, nothing but these are nodal planes. Those are nodal planes are, it is nodal plane, xy plane, x, next zx plane, zx plane, nodal planes, xy nodal planes, sorry, zy is z. On x-axis electron density maximum, zy plane is no density. On y-axis more electron density, xz plane no electron density. On z-axis maximum, xy plane no electron density. Number of nodal planes are equal to L value. L value for p orbital is 1, that is px 1 nodal plane, py 1 nodal plane, pz 1 nodal plane. These are. Now n value increases. As n value increases, energy also increases. That's why 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p. 5p more energy than that of 2p, right? And px, py, pz orbitals having same energy. That's why degenerate orbitals. The orbitals with the same energy called 3 generate orbitals. There are 3 orbitals. That's why these were named as 3-fold degenerate orbitals. 3-fold degenerate orbitals. The points are, shape is dumbbell shape. So in each and every p orbital there is one nodal plane. Number of nodes are 1. Shape will be dumbbell along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Remember. Next one. D orbital. The last one is d orbital. Shape of d orbitals. Right? If you consider d orbitals, right, d orbitals, when n is equal to 3, L is equal to 2. L is equal to 2 means 3 degrees, right? M values are -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. Totally 5 possible orientations. 5 possible orientations. Those 5 are, first one is dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, and the last one is dz square. These are the 5 possible orientations. In that, electron density in these three, electron density between axes in p orbitals, those are on the axis, here between the axis. These 5, if having same energy, those are named as 5-fold degenerate orbitals. These xy, yz, zx, x square minus y square and z square orbitals having same energy, then those were named as degenerate. There are 5, that's why 5-fold degenerate orbitals. Now, dxy, this is xy, in between axis, xy. Next, yz, xy, yz, if you consider this is considered as yz, this is between the axis. Zx between the axis, electron density between the axis, right? Now here 3D, number of nodes for 3D, n minus 1 means 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2, number of nodes. Nodal planes, formula will be L value. Nodal planes value is L value. L for D's, that is 2. It means there are two nodal planes possible. This is XY. Nodal planes are XZ and YZ. Nodal planes are XZ and XY. Nodal planes are XY, YZ. Right, students? So these are the nodal planes. Next, x square minus y square. The shape is double dumbbell. First dumbbell and second dumbbell. Shape is double dumbbell shape. Double dumbbell shape. Now, dx square minus y square along x axis and y axis. Along x, y axis. Electron density along x and y axis here. This is x axis and y axis. The nodal planes are in between yz and zx. Nodal planes are in between x, z and yz. X, z and yz. So this is also double dumbbell shape. Number of nodes to nodal planes are equal to L, that is equal to 2. So these are the x square minus y square. Now the last orbital in this D is, that is dx square minus y square completed, dz square. dz square. So the shape is electron density on the z axis, it is z, it is x, it is y, just imagine. Electron density, so along and around the z axis. Electron density along z axis and electron density around z axis. Around z axis, remember. This is like this. This is a tire-like shape. This is also electron density. So this is also electron density. dz square. It is baby suture shape. While feeding milk, at the end of the milk bottle there is a shaped like thing that is called baby suture shape. So now here if you observe, there are two cones we can observe. This is one cone and here also another cone. These are having no density. So cones, nodal cones, nodal cones. Electron density becomes 0 here. Electron density becomes 0. So for dz square, there is no nodal plane. For dz square, there is no nodal plane, students. There is no nodal plane because torus ring shape is torus ring shape. Understood? So these are the shapes of atomic particles. Okay, the next is electronic configuration. It means how the electrons are distributed in various atomic orbitals in an atom called electronic configuration. The distribution of electrons in atomic orbitals called electronic configuration. It is. Now it is indicated by electronic configuration n l power x, where n equal to principal quantum number, l equal to azimuthal quantum number, and x equal to number of electrons. Otherwise, Box method also we can represent. You know already 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, so 4s2, 3d10, right? Like that we can represent electronic configuration. Now, so Hofbauer principle first. We need to follow to fill the electrons in the atomic orbitals. First rule is rule number Hofbauer principle. According to this principle, atomic orbitals with lower energy filled first, followed by higher energy. It means atomic orbitals are filled on their increasing order of their energy. Now, atomic orbitals or electrons are filled in atomic orbitals. Electrons are filled in atomic orbitals in increasing order of their energy. It means first lower energy field followed by higher energy. First lower energy orbitals filled followed by higher energy orbitals. As per n plus l rule, orbitals will be formed. Now, as n value increases, energy also increases. N value decreases, energy also decreases. Lower energy orbitals filled first, followed by higher energy. If the available orbitals having same n plus l value, the orbital with lower n value filled first. No need to remember statements, students, just observe. N plus L value directly proportional to energy. N plus L value decreases, lower energy filled first, followed by higher energy. If both are having same n plus L value, so n value decreases, lower energy filled first. This is the rule, students. Now, few examples we will discuss. Examples are right. 4f and 5. 0, 1, 2, 3. S, P, D, F. These are L values. Remember. N is 4. This is L for F orbital is 3. L equal to N plus L is 4 plus 3. That is 7. This is N value. L value is N value 5 is. L value for D is 2. So N plus L, that is equal to 5 plus 2. That is equal to 7. Both are having 7 only. In that case, which is filled first? So N value 4, N value 5. N value 4 means lower energy. N value 5 means higher energy. It means lower energy filled first. It means 4F filled first, followed by, it means 4F lower energy than 5. It is filled first, lower energy filled first, followed by the higher energy. Understood? This box is very, very important. You just follow this. Next rule is, and to know the energy order as per Muller diagrams they have drawn. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s. Next 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p, 6p. Next 3d, 4d, 5d, 6d. Next 4f, it is 6d, I can take. Next 5f, 5f, right? So as per this, you just follow like this: 1s, 2s, next 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, next like this, 6s afterwards, 6s. Like this you need to follow, right? This is 1s, 2s, 2p, like this. This is the direction students, like this. Right? So 1s, lower energy. After that 2s, lower energy. After that 2p, lower energy. After that 3s, lower energy. After that 3p, lower energy. After that 4s. After that 3d. After that 4p. After that 5s, after that 4d, after 4d 5p, after 5p 6s, after 6s 4f. Like that continuously you can take students. This is Muller diagram. As per this you can fill electrons. Next, after this, Pauli's exclusion principle. So that is second rule, Pauli's exclusion principle. It means no two electron can have the same set of all four quantum numbers. The meaning is only two electrons possible in one orbital. Now, no two electrons can have same set of all four quantum numbers. The meaning is only two electrons possible in one orbital. Only two electrons possible in one orbital. Now, for example, I am taking this. This is 2s2. One is upside, another one is downside. For this electron, n value will be 2. L value will be, for S, L value is 0. M value will be 0. If L0, M also 0. Spin will be M, L it is. M, S, spin equal to plus half. For this electron, N value 2, 2s it is. L value also 0 because S 0. Next, M, L, it means L0 magnetic quantum number value also 0. But M, S value will be, this is plus half, it is minus half. It means all these three are same, but the spin quantum number is different. So this is Pauli's exclusion principle. After this, Hund's rule, that is Hund's rule. In degenerate orbital suspension, Hund's rule. Degenerate means half filled. After half filling, how to fill the next electron? That tells about which one? The Hund's rule tells about this one. So the pairing takes place in degenerate orbitals. After filling of each and every orbital with a single electron, after that only pairing will takes place. This is called Hund's rule. Pairing of electrons in degenerate orbitals. Pairing of electrons in degenerate orbitals takes place with each filled with one electron after filling with only one electron. For example, 2p4 configuration. 2p contains how many? 3 orbitals. 1, 2, 3. Right? The fourth electron filling will takes place like that. It means after half filling of each and every orbital, then only filling will takes place. Right? That is called Hund's rule. Now, this is correct representation. This is wrong representation, and this is also wrong representation, and this is also wrong representation, and this is also wrong representation. This is after half filling only pairing takes place, but not in another condition. This is called Hund's rule. Next is now few exceptional configurations I gave you students, you know, and you just follow this. Chromium 4s1 3d5 but not 4s2 3d4. Copper 4s1 3d10 but not 4s2 3d9, because so they will get stability by half filled or completely filled configuration. That's why these are the configurations, right configurations when compared with normal configurations. Next one, stability of half filled or completely filled orbitals. Stability of half filled or completely filled orbitals. Why half filled and completely filled orbitals are more stable when compared with other configurations? There are two reasons. One is symmetrical distribution of electrons. Symmetrical distribution of electrons. It means electrons are equally distributed, obviously stability is more. That is directly proportional to stability. No statement, that is 4s1 3d5. Electrons are equally distributed in all these orbitals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Because of symmetrical or equal distribution of electron in various atomic orbitals, so the atom will be more stable, the configuration is more stable. Next, second one is exchange energy. Exchange energy. So exchange energy means the configuration with half filled or completely filled. In that the electron tend to exchange, so from one position to another position, so tend to exchange their position. Then while exchanging, the energy will be released. That energy is called exchange energy. The electrons in half filled or completely filled configurations tend to exchange position, then release energy called exchange energy. Exchange energy is directly proportional to which one? That is stability. Exchange energy directly proportional to stability. Okay, 3d5 configuration. D5 means there are 5 electrons in d orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is another and another. So this electron can exchange, it is 3d5 configuration. Exchange from here to here, and here to here, and here to here, and here to here. So there are, this is first electron, 4 exchanges. Next, this is second electron, here to here, here to here, and here to here. There are 1, 2, 3 exchanges. 3 exchanges. And next, third electron, here to here, and here to here. There are 2 exchanges. Next, another possibility is last electron, that is last electron. This is only 1 exchange. 1 exchange. Totally 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is 10 exchanges, and energy is more, exchange energy, and stability also more. So the formula for number of exchanges equal to number of exchanges equal to delta n minus 1. N means number of unpaired electrons here, or paired electrons, whatever. So unpaired electrons are 5 totally, 5 minus 1, that is 4. 4 means 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus, right? Otherwise, another formula, number of exchanges equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. N means number of unpaired electrons, so that is 5 into 5 minus 1 by 2. 5 into 4 by 2 means 10. Here also 10. This is the simplified formula. With this, structure of atom completed. In our next video, we'll discuss bits.